Ooh, well, that was a bit of fun. Cheers. Just got back from my sister's wedding. Had a wonderful time, although there was a few nerves at the start because her husband's family's Catholic. We're Nation of Islam. But everything was fine. I mean, Dad made a little slip during the speeches when he suggested that Christ wasn't the bearer of God's final revelation on earth, but I think everybody was a bit too pissed to notice at that stage. It was very much like a normal wedding, just a bit more wafers, and there's always a lot of sword swallowing at Catholic weddings for some reason, but otherwise it was fine. I mean, apart from the fatal bus crash, everything went off without a hitch. That's not always the way with our family gatherings. I'll always think of the day that my little nephew Elton had his first christening. Now, there was a moment of some drama when the priest forgot the holy water. Now, when you run out of holy water, it's not a simple process as popping up the Mount of Olives with a jerry can like you used to. There's a lot of forms to fill in. Now, once upon a time, there used to be a certified Vatican holy water refinery out near Whyalla, I think. And if you ever needed some holy water, they could get it to you within the day. These days, of course, to cut costs, it's in Malaysia now. So when they run out of holy water, they really run out of holy water. In fact, entire generations of children have been damned to hell just because of bureaucratic bungling. It's not fair, but that's the way it is. Anyway, while the priest was rummaging around for this non-existent holy water, my youngest brother, Cyril, for some reason, nobody really knows why. Some people said it's because he's a natural entertainer. Some people say it was the stress of his drug feud with Kenny Everett. But Cyril's a very, very accomplished dancer. And he decided to get up and regale us, and I mean that in the Latin sense of the word, with a one-man interpretive dance performance of the hits of Billy Joel. Now, it didn't start very well, I have to say. His performance of Big Shot was just provocative, really. Personally, I thought it was pornographic trash. But things got better very quickly. Just the Way You Are had some genuine sentiment, although it could have done without the sax solo, if you know what I mean. I guess you had to be there. I think the really, really strong point of the performance was Movin' Out, Anthony's song. Now, my wife Debbie Gibson and I had differing opinions on this. Now, Debbie saw it as an Orwellian allegory of man against the utilitarian state, whereas I just saw it as more of a straightforward depiction of male sexuality, although technically brilliant nonetheless, I have to say. Now, all good things have to come to an end, and Cyril's last number was, of course, Piano Man. Once again, it divided the audience. We're not really sure why he decided to remove his trousers for this performance. But Debbie and I are not squeamish about nudity, and from where we were sitting, we couldn't really see his genitals anyway. We were way back in the second row. Sadly, I never got to ask Cyril about why he did this because, unfortunately, he was stabbed in the Nando's about 3 or 4 hours after the performance. That's the way it goes sometimes. Anyway, the priest came back. Couldn't find the holy water, of course, and the christening was off. And little Elton, like so many other children, was damned to hell. Oh well. I like to think that after Cyril's frolics, little Elton's had a taste of heaven before Beelzebub skewers him anally on a pike.